June 16th. Hopefully I won't get cut off. If somebody calls me on my phone, it cuts me right off on the video. I also wanted to share with you guys, I've had a lot of experiences, man. Mind-blowing experiences. I had my phone shut off one time with Verizon. This is after I moved into my truck and I was traveling around the nation and stuff. My phone got shut off. 3 weeks after it was shut off, you know in the Bible where it says don't be eating hard-shelled fish and scaleless fish and stuff? Well, there's this one oyster house that's been remodeled all over the nation, and they were doing like 10 of them at a time, and other contractors were doing 10 all over the nation like that. And he had till last December to get them finished. But all the wood inside these places, they use plain bare wood. And all this wood, they got it out of these homes built from the early 1800s. Stop and think about it. When did we put the Egyptian pyramid on that $1 bill? It was in the 1800s, okay? Now these wooden doors, they were from the 1800s. And they got them from all over the nation. This is the end time, people. And you remember those doors that looked like they were upside down crosses, like crucifixes? Well, what they did is they stripped all the paint off of them. And then where the tables are, where people are eating, they took those doors and they laid them down sideways, as if the cross was taken down, okay? And people are eating hard-shelled fish, shells or whatever, oysters. They're oyster houses. And if you look carefully at the wood, you'll see it's old wood. Even the old door handles are still there from where people used to twist and, This is symbolic. Remember, the Lord said we're fighting against principalities, darknesses from evil, and this is real. You guys can't imagine this, but I'm telling you, it's very real. Then he says faith of a mustard seed. Most people don't want to believe this, but I'm telling you, it's all there. And then the high stuff on the four corners, on the corners over there, all four corners, they brushed in it like a worm-looking thing, like the grain. And then they lightly painted over it so it's hard to see. But if you look at it, you can see where it looks like worms slithering. And I believe what's going to happen is after we're raptured out of here, those that are left behind. Now, these are all in nice areas, these oyster houses, and not too many people can afford to go in there today, especially those that are on food stamps and living, below poverty level. We can't even afford to go to the Red Lobster, you know what I mean? But anyhow, that's basically what's going to happen. Is most of those people are lukewarm or they just don't believe. They're going to end up getting worms crawling and eating them out while they're alive. It's going to be a lot of sick stuff, man. You guys, they've showed it on TV. Everything that you've seen, man, it's going to be happening. It's going to be in wicked, wicked ways, man. It's going to be like the living dead. Even that, all these things are happening. They're trying their hardest to deceive you, okay? They don't want you to believe that there's life out there on another planet. And I told you before, Jesus Christ came here and he told you, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not from this world. He told Pilate that. If my kingdom was of this world, my followers would prevent you from doing anything. And, but he was meant to do what he did. And I've always believed, even though I didn't really know much about it, I took Bible study class because I wanted to know, if there's more to this life than what I was seeing. And when I just started seeing things, man, the way things started going, where people started cheating, this is definitely real, man. Evil's real, and I've seen it. I've witnessed it. If anybody wants a picture of that angel above my head, I'm going to give you my email. It's MARK, D as in David, H as in Hardy, 1960 at gmail.com. Uh, I told you, my eyes, I'm focused on the Lord all the time. And I've been telling everybody to let this go, to let it go. Okay, don't be focused on this world. Don't be focused or worried about your house payments, moving into a new house, new car, who's going to be the next president. If you could slightly even see what's getting ready to happen, if you can tell that there's something different, way, way different, you need to let this go. Because I'm going to tell you something. You don't want to be, Jesus said, wise and foolish. Okay? The foolish, it's also written in there. You know perfectly well that I come like a thief in the night. And the only way you're going to know perfectly well is if you were foolish and you were left behind. Because then it says, when the dead are resurrected, those that are alive and remain, in other words, suffered this great, horrible thing that's about to happen. There's going to be a lot of people that die from starvation, disease, nuclear weapons, you know what I mean? That's why it says, those that are alive and remain will be caught up with them in the air. Don't be foolish. I mean, you don't have to be. We're getting ready to go. I have no doubt about it. I'm not going to be, they think I'm going to be worried about focusing on something in here. There ain't one thing I want from this place. Only thing I want to be able to buy my own breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you know what I mean? I want to be able to do that. I just want to bide my time here. I could care less about even a relationship. I'm not looking to get married again. I'm not looking, none of that stuff. If the Lord plans on me coming back for 1,000 years, and He's going to have a woman with me then, He'll do the matchmaking. I'm not even going to be trying to do that. I'm going to thoroughly trust Him on all that. I wouldn't want nothing to do with anything in this world. This world's too filthy. Yeah, not to mention, it's over. I know it's over. Anybody that's looking, man, I've heard of people telling me they were looking for relationships. You know, and jealous over other people. This isn't the time, man. This isn't the time. The bridegroom, he's coming back for the bride. And if you're looking for a relationship in this world, you're going to be foolish and left behind. I'm telling you, we're getting ready to go. I'm telling you, I'm major tired. I am tired. I'm barely getting any sleep. I drove all last night until I got to the place where we unloaded. And, he was driving a little bit on the way back out here today. The whole time, he was complaining about the back roads, having to get out here to get on the interstate. I mean, the whole time. I'm saying for an hour and a half, 2 hours. He complained about every turn we made, every road we were on. And then if I was driving on some of those small, narrow roads, but I was doing it when it was dark to drop off. And if my one tire hit something, thump, he was like, hey, man, get over, making big ordeals out of it. But let me tell you, he was running off on the side of the road and stuff like that. I didn't say nothing to him. I didn't treat him like he's an idiot. But it's not the same way. He's got no respect for other people. I mean, none. And I'm at the point where I'm like, go ahead, blame me. I don't care. I really don't, because I'm waiting on the Lord. You think I want to live in a world like this, with people like this? It's only going to get worse. Let me tell you, it's just going to get worse. A lot worse. You don't want to be here for what's about to happen. Remember what it says in the Bible. When we get taken out of here, the hand that's restraining this evil is going to be lifted off of them. And these people are going to come at you full tilt. You think you're seeing some bad stuff now? Wait, it's going to really get wicked. That's why the Bible says, they go, Lord, Lord, let us in. And then stop and think about it. Why would it say, you know perfectly well that I come like a thief in the night? Why would it say that? And it told everybody to keep watch, didn't it? But what did they do when he was in the garden praying? He goes, you can't even sit up for an hour and watch for me, can you? Not even an hour. The spirit's willing, but the flesh is weak. Well, this is where I'm calling out to you guys to be strong here. in the flesh, man. But I want your spirit to be strong, stronger than ever, man. I mean, that's where our faith is going to come in. You know, those that see that but haven't seen, but yet they believe. Greater are our rewards because of our faith. You know, Jesus said He's going to appoint us to certain things in heaven. I don't really care what it is. It's going to be His will. You know, whatever He has me do, you can be sure I'm going to do it well. And He knows that I will. You know, and I'm not going to do it. Whatever He wants done, it's going to be good for all the people. You know what I mean? It's not going to. And I'm not looking for just me. What's going to be good for me? I'm going to be looking at what's good for everybody. You know, especially the children. You know, the children to me are number one. You know what I mean? The children are. I hate the thought of seeing how children are being raised in this world today. All the ugly, perverted stuff. We got people with nose rings in their ears, man. Listen, man, I grew up on a little farm when I was a kid, and we used to put nose rings in pigs. I guess you can kind of say that's what people have become here, huh? Like pigs. You know, they got rings all on their faces, on their lips. We used to put it on their noses to keep them from rooting up the ground. You know, we didn't put it on their lips or in their mouths or anything like that. But you look at the way people are today. Not only that, the parents are with them. I'm like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, I don't know if she was 15, 16 years old. The mother let her do it. But like I said, the spirit, there's an evil spirit that's hosting a lot of people right now. Jesus said you know them by the fruit that comes out of their mouth. Okay? And I've always said it, man. I'm not here to tickle ears, man. I'm just not here to do it. I would read some parts out of that Bible, but I'm just bringing up some subjects here for you guys to hear. And everybody needs to be reading their own Bible, and you don't need to find those tickling your ear passion things right now. It doesn't hurt to familiarize yourself with 1st, 2nd Corinthians, Matthew's 22, the wedding, where he says he's going to come down and destroy the cities because they weren't worthy. They didn't show up for the wedding. See, to me, that felt like deja vu when I was going to all these churches. Everything I read in that Bible, I'm like, wow. I said, I feel like I was there when this was written. Because everybody's like telling me how busy they are as they're walking around me. They're not even giving me a minute to talk to them. And I spent an hour and a half, 2 hours getting to some of these places just to talk with them, to show them the information I had. And they didn't want to give me 5 minutes because they were so busy with their worldliness, you know. Everything that the Lord said, man, it's true. It's very true. This is about up. I feel it. You know, all the wickedness. You know, everything that people are doing just for a little bit of money. You know, it's going to come a time. It says there's going to be people dying of famine, disease, you know, starving and shit. I've seen in a vision where people are going to be, you know, cutting people up and mixing them in a machine with other foods, and they're going to be eating them. You know, trying to get that taste out or something. I don't know. But they're going to be eating them. You know, people are going to be eating people. You look at what they're doing in Venezuela right now. They're cooking their dogs, their cats, pigeons, anything they can catch. And then they don't even have flour or nothing, you know. What little bit they get, you know, it's like ridiculous. You guys can't fathom what's going to happen here. You know, you can't even fathom it. Why do you think Jesus says, pray? In St. Luke 21, 21, it's, maybe it's 34 through 36, I think, where Jesus says, pray that you're found worthy to escape this, what's about to happen. Pray that you're found worthy to escape it. And people just don't believe it. They don't want to believe it. I know a lot of people are under strong delusion, but surely we're not. I know we're not all. And then Revelations 3, it says, thou hast not denied my name. And it says, I will spare you the moment of trial that's coming upon this whole earth. and because we didn't deny His name. And we're always trying to warn people. I've been able to reach out more on this. I'm going to tell you, in the last few weeks, I show a few people here and there, but most people, they look at it, that angel above my head, they just look at it and they go, oh yeah, I see it, but they don't care. They don't believe. And these people, I say, you go to church? They go, oh yeah, every Sunday, man. Go to church every Sunday. That's cool, by the way, man. That looks cool. I'm like, there's a message to it. I took the photo in 77, and I didn't get it till 2014. 7 plus 7 equals 14. Then if you look at Joseph in Egypt, 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine, the 2 sevens. Not to mention the year that we're in, the 77, 5776. I'm 56. Okay, last year I was 55. It was 5775. This year it's 5776. I'm 56. I got an angel blowing a trumpet above my head. I mean, come on, man. Even if we had all the wise together right now, okay, which we're going to, but I believe what we're going to see is some destruction first. Because then He says to go out into the highways and bid as many as we can to the wedding. That's when we're going to go. And then the foolish are going to go, Lord, Lord, let us in. Because once we get taken, they're going to see the evil. We won't see it when we get taken. But the foolish that are left behind, the lukewarm, they're going to see it. And then the wrath, ugly stuff is going to be poured out thereafter, man. It's just going to be death, starvation, disease. It talks about stingers, things stinging you for a period of months, over and over. Some people have the seal be protected from it. I don't know. I just know there's going to be a lot of wicked stuff. People being beheaded for their faith. Which, it would be better just to be beheaded because it'd be like going to bed. It would be like going to bed, going to sleep, and then you'd be waking up with the Lord. It'd be better than trying to survive what's going to happen. A lot of these people that think that they're good people, they're going to soon find out they're not as good as they thought they were. Because the true test is going to come when they go through the real trials, Like I said, I walked away from everything. Yeah, I got this job, but it's not been paying me anything yet. I haven't been driving on my own yet. It doesn't. When you got 2 people driving in this van, there's hardly any room for anything. And then you got to try to sleep in that little seat there. Not to mention he's got a little foam thing back here, but it's too hard, too hot. You can't sleep in this thing like this. It's way too hot. You got to have air. You have to have it. And he's got to have this thing in better shape. It's been nothing but breaking down. But like I said, I think we're out of here real soon. Because there ain't nothing I can do or say that's right. Everything I do is wrong, apparently, And it's not a day that doesn't go by. He's not like, oh, shut up, talking down to you. He's not polite at all with nobody. But you'd be surprised, man. Remember what Jesus said. You'll know them by the fruit that comes out of their mouth. I don't care how much church they talk. He was telling me I need to go get baptized with water and stuff like that. He felt that we met for that reason, that I'm supposed to go get baptized. I said, look here, I'm baptized by the blood of Christ. And I got an angel blowing a trumpet over my head, man. My faith is in Him, not in nothing in this world. And I said, if you think I'm going to let some Illuminati preacher that tickle ears to baptize me, that ain't happening, man. Most of those people ain't got no faith in nothing, man. They're out there taking gun classes, learning how to shoot a gun because they're fearing of their lives. I'm not fearing of nothing here. It's just people are so attracted to everything that's wicked and evil today. It's crazy, man. These are the days of insanity. But I believe the Lord's got other stuff for me to do. I just don't know what it is yet. My faith is in Him, not in this world. And I'm not going to let some preacher. I took a bottle of water. I had cases of it in my place. And I asked the Lord to bless all my water, which that made it all holy water. And I took most of it down to there to the South Carolina when they had that flood out there, and gave it to some churches, which they handed it all out to people. And if they had a demon in them, boy, I guarantee you that had to have done something. 'Cause I had all that water blessed. But anyhow, I took a bottle of that water and I poured it over my head, and I asked the Lord to remove anything evil, demonic in me. And that's good enough for me. And I trust in the Lord to do that because I asked him for that. He said, if you ask, you'll receive. You know? But I'm always praying more that he takes us out of here. I'm not asking for time here. I'm asking that he takes us out of here, gets his children out of here. Man, most of these people, if they're not awake already, they're not going to be awake. You know, and I've done all I can do, talk to these people where I'm just tired, man. I'm like wore out. I mean, I know I'm hearing a lot of you other people saying it too here, how tired you are. I can imagine, trust me, man. Last 2 days I probably had maybe 3 hours sleep. You don't get much sleep, not to mention constantly being hounded at, you know, constantly. But remember what it says, I know you have little strength, and I have a door open that no man can shut, okay? So if we're being hounded, we're being persecuted, we having these thinking dreams, all that, that just means the devil ain't got a hold of us, okay? Because they love one another. They ain't after the people that are seeking the Lord. They're after the people that are seeking the Lord. They're not after those that got a demon in them. Just remember that, and this is the time that we get stronger, okay? Because when times get tough, that's when the tough get going. And we got the Lord with us, and greater is he that's in us, the Holy Spirit, than what's in this world. Okay? Just keep looking up, for our redemption draws near. You know? And I believe he sees us and hears us, and he's right there. And it ain't going to be long. We're going to all be there wearing white robes. Very comfortable white robes. We won't be out here hot, sweaty. Won't have people hounding us, talking nasty, ugly in our ear. You know? And if he wants us to look down on this later, we'll probably end up looking down on it, seeing it, you know? But we won't. I already don't feel like I'm a part of this world, and I don't think we're going to. Once we leave here, you know, I've had the experience of knowing what it's like when I felt like a kid again, but it was always very short, you know? And, man, I just want to be done with this, you know, be where I belong. I don't belong here anymore. And I know a lot of you guys feel that way too. You have to. You know, because there's nothing here. Who would like anything in this world? It's demonic. It's evil. It's Antichrist. You know. God bless you. Pray you be found with the Holy Spirit. And don't deny the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. And we all know who Abba is. He's our Father in heaven. Okay, we've seen all these signs, man. This is the time. Get ready, okay? Be strong, too. God bless you.